We begin today's wrestling news and rumors video with a very interesting and noteworthy update regarding the speculation that's been going around the past few days regarding Vince McMahon potentially wanting to buy back WWE. Now, the buzz surrounding Vince McMahon possibly wanting to get involved with WWE again was started by former interim Raw general manager Jonathan Coachman, who had revealed the following during a Behind the Turnbuckle podcast at the end of last month, quote, "I've been quoted a lot from this show the last week everywhere because I have conversations. People trust me, people call me, I talk to them because I don't treat this like the end-all be-all, and the one thing that I've yet to be wrong about, anything. And so now all of a sudden I'm getting on all these websites because I have educated views, and I also have people that are tipping me off. Now do I know 100% he's going to buy WWE? I know that he wants to." Not surprisingly, Coachman's claim that Vince McMahon was wanting to purchase WWE went insanely viral across social media, with it seeming like most fans were against the idea of Vince coming back, especially if it would mean that McMahon would be taking over the control of WWE creative. However, these rumors of Vince buying back WWE were seemingly debunked when Dave Meltzer of The Wrestling Observer discussed how Vince McMahon, just recently selling $250 million worth of his TKO stock, basically confirmed there's no chance of McMahon buying the company back, saying, quote, "He sold about $250 million worth of stock back to Silver Lake and Endeavor, so they're basically interested in buying back stock," which pretty much tells you, I mean, you heard the rumors about the idea that Vince would try and buy back the company, which was ludicrous. The very next day he sells more stock so he can't buy back the company. Lorenzo Fertitta, former UFC owner, can't buy back UFC. Lorenzo Fertitta would love to buy back UFC. It's impossible. He cannot do it, and his family has more money than Vince has. Vince isn't buying back this company. It just can't happen. Endeavor aren't selling, they're buying. They're looking at more control of the company. However, while it seemed as though this wild notion of Vince McMahon taking over WWE was dismissed, Vince's son Shane McMahon addressed the rumors of Vince buying back WWE in an interview with TMZ, and he certainly didn't say it wasn't true, revealing, quote, "Well, he owns a big part of TKO still, so you never know what's going to happen there either. So I'm just saying anything can happen." Now, what's interesting about this is the fact that when Shane McMahon was asked about Vince starting up a brand new wrestling company, he immediately debunked the rumor, saying, quote, "You never know what's gonna happen out there. Of course, anything can happen in WWE, but those rumors are false. Those rumors are false." For Shane McMahon to say that the rumors of Vince starting up a new wrestling company are false, but not the rumors of Vince buying back WWE, is certainly very telling, and perhaps there still is a chance of McMahon taking control of WWE again, because if there wasn't, then Shane would have said those reports were false as well. Now, to be completely honest, it does seem a bit far-fetched for Vince McMahon to legit buy back WWE and completely take over the company again, but in professional wrestling, you truly can never say never, and let us know down in the comment section below if you guys would support Vince coming back into the fold in WWE and taking over the company, and would you like Vince McMahon taking control of WWE creative, a role that Triple H has been given the past couple of years. It seems like Triple H has been receiving more backlash than ever recently for some of his recent decisions, so no doubt there may be some fans who would actually prefer Vince running things in WWE behind the scenes again. Now we're just a couple of hours away from one of the most anticipated WWE PLEs of the year, that being Money in the Bank 2025, and not surprisingly there has been a lot of speculation regarding a big return that could very well be occurring tonight at Money in the Bank, with that said return being none other than the OTC or YTC Roman Reigns, who has been out of action since the Raw after WrestleMania 41, where Reigns along with CM Punk were taken out by Seth Rollins and his new faction. Now the reason why we're discussing the possibility of Roman Reigns returning to WWE tonight is because of the fact that everything regarding Money in the Bank has seemed too perfect and predictable. Everything has seemed perfectly lined up for Seth Rollins to win the men's Money in the Bank ladder match and capture that coveted briefcase, securing himself an opportunity at a world championship of his choosing, and whenever WWE makes things appear too predictable, you know there's a massive swerve coming. On SmackDown last night, Seth Rollins once again proved why he's the odds-on favorite to win Money in the Bank, with Seth along with his new faction destroying the other participants in the match, including most notably LA Knight. Now, while this is purely speculation at this point, with WWE overdoing how Seth Rollins is a shoo-in to win Money in the Bank, we believe there's a good chance that Triple H and WWE swerve us tonight, with it seeming like the perfect place for Roman Reigns to return and cost Seth Rollins the briefcase, with Reigns quite likely to inadvertently help LA Knight finally win that Money in the Bank briefcase. There have been subtle hints behind all the Seth Rollins dominance that LA Knight is winning Money in the Bank, as he just unveiled a new green t-shirt on SmackDown last night, a hint that a Money in the Bank win awaits him. Roman Reigns' return is long overdue, and there's no doubt that Roman doesn't want Seth Rollins to have any more control than he already has in WWE, so again, while it's just a rumor at this point, we wouldn't be surprised if Roman Reigns returns tonight at Money in the Bank and costs Seth Rollins the win, potentially leading to LA Knight finally winning the briefcase after 2 other unsuccessful attempts. Now let us know down in the comment section below if you guys would want to see Roman Reigns make his long-awaited return to WWE tonight at Money in the Bank, and cost Seth Rollins the Money in the Bank ladder match win. Most fans have been complaining that WWE just hasn't been the same without Roman, and Reigns may be the only one who can put a wrench in Seth Rollins' vision of taking over WWE, at least stalling the takeover by costing Seth Money in the Bank. As well, if Roman Reigns does return tonight and cost Seth Rollins the victory, do you feel like LA Knight is the best option to instead win that Money in the Bank briefcase, or would you pick someone else like Solo Sikoa? There has also apparently been a consideration behind the scenes for Solo Sikoa winning Money in the Bank, but we honestly can't see that happening, with tensions reaching a boiling point with Jacob Fatu, who may end up costing Solo the match. And judging by a lot of fans' opinions on social media, it seems like most feel the time is now for WWE to give LA Knight a main event push, and personally we feel LA Knight is the most deserving in the match to win Money in the Bank this year, but who knows, maybe WWE gives the victory to a totally unexpected participant like El Grande Americano. Now, during the last night's episode of SmackDown, undisputed champion John Cena addressed R-Truth's release from WWE, after fans had begun chanting "We want truth" during the segment between Cena, Logan Paul, Cody Rhodes, and Jey Uso, with John Cena grabbing a microphone and saying, quote, "You can't handle the truth. You want our truth? Our truth is right here, staring you in the face, and there's not a damn thing you or anyone who fights for you can do about it. You hypocrites chant for truth. You're all pathetic liars." John Cena honestly handled these R-Truth chants well, seamlessly tying the chants into his heel storyline, but what we will say is that WWE have a serious problem on their hands with R-Truth's release, as the chants aren't going to be going away anytime soon, and few other stars are going to be able to handle them the way Cena did on SmackDown last night.